All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're taking a close look at a piece of tech that could honestly be a game changer for anyone caring for someone with dementia: the RAZ Memory Cell Phone. If you're a caregiver, you already know the kind of stress a normal smartphone can cause. So let's explore what makes this solution so radically different. Have you ever found yourself in this situation? Your loved one is struggling with confusing notifications, they've accidentally deleted an important app, or worse, they're getting hammered with scam calls. For a senior dealing with cognitive decline, a regular smartphone can go from being a lifeline to a source of real frustration and even danger. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. The problem isn't just about their frustration, it's about the constant worry it creates for you, the caregiver. You want them to be connected, of course, but the very tool that's supposed to help often just becomes one more thing to worry about. But what if you could just get rid of all that complexity? What if a phone was built from the ground up to solve these exact problems? Well, that's what we're going to dive into right now, a solution based on the idea of radical simplicity. So the absolute core of this phone's design is its single-screen experience. And that's it. There's just one screen. It never locks, it never goes to sleep, it's just always on and always ready to use. No waking it up, no swiping to unlock. Now, what's really important here is actually what's missing. You're not going to find any apps to accidentally open. There are no complicated settings menus to get lost in. This phone basically strips away every single thing that could possibly cause confusion for someone with dementia or Alzheimer's. Instead of all that clutter, the entire screen is just pictures, large, clear photos of friends and family. To make a call, all they have to do is tap a picture. It's so intuitive, so immediate, and it leans into the fact that facial recognition often stays strong long after name recall starts to fade. Now you might be thinking, okay, simple for them, but what about me? Well, that's the other half of the equation. Simplicity for the user doesn't mean a lack of control for you. In fact, it's the total opposite. This is where the phone becomes your personal command center. You manage everything through the RAZ Care app, which you just install on your own smartphone, whether it's an iPhone or an Android, and from that app, you can remotely control every single aspect of your loved one's phone. It's designed to give you complete peace of mind. And when I say everything, I really do mean everything. You can add a new photo of a grandchild, check the phone's GPS location if you're worried, even see how much battery is left. And this is huge. You can block all calls from unknown numbers. That means no more scam calls, period. You're also in charge of who can video call them or send them texts. Okay, so you might be thinking this sounds a little complicated on the back end, but you know what? People who tested it found the exact opposite to be true. This quote here highlights how the connection between your app and their phone is just seamless. It's not glitchy or frustrating, it just works, which is a massive relief. But the phone's design goes way beyond just making calls. It's also jam-packed with these really thoughtful features that are specifically designed to tackle the common challenges that come with aging and cognitive decline. I mean, the level of detail in these features is pretty incredible. For example, there's an automatic speaker mode, perfect for anyone with hearing loss. You can set up quiet hours to prevent those accidental 2 a.m. calls. If repetitive dialing is an issue, there's a feature for that too. They've even got a special mode for users with hand tremors, like from Parkinson's, and an auto-answer function so you can check in even if they can't physically pick up the phone. Now let's talk about one of the biggest stress inducers for caregivers, the accidental 911 call. The RAZ phone offers this optional service to solve that exact problem. Instead of calls going straight to public 911, they're routed to a trained dispatch agent who can figure out what's really going on. So let's just walk through how this actually works. First, they press the button, but then the phone asks them to confirm. That right there prevents a ton of accidental dials. Then a trained agent answers, and at that very same moment, you, the caregiver, get a text message. You can even text back with the agent to cancel the alarm. The agent talks to your loved one, assesses the situation, and only contacts 911 if it's a real emergency. So, with all of these specialized features, you're probably wondering, how does the RAZ phone actually stack up against other popular options out there for seniors? Let's take a look. This chart really breaks it down nicely. You can see the RAZ phone is built for a very specific person, someone in mid to late stage dementia. Yeah, it has a higher upfront cost at $369, but that specialized 911 screening service is a really reasonable $13 a month. The Jitterbug and Doro phones, they're great, but they serve different people, like active seniors or someone who just wants a basic flip phone. And that really brings us to the main takeaway here. While the Jitterbug is a fantastic simplified smartphone for someone in the earlier stages, when you're dealing with significant memory loss, where your main goals are maximum safety and zero frustration, the RAZ Memory Phone is truly in a class all by itself. Okay, so let's get down to the bottom line. Let's talk numbers and figure out if this device is the right choice for your family. First things first, the phone itself. The upfront cost is $369. It's an unlocked phone, which is great because it means you can use it with most of the major carriers, like Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. And then there's that optional emergency service, that really critical 911 screaming feature we talked about. That's an extra $13 a month. They also have a yearly option for $130, which saves you a bit and waives the activation fee. So this brings us to the most important question of all, doesn't it? Is this specific phone the right fit for your loved one and their unique needs? To help you decide, here's a quick little checklist. Just ask yourself these questions. Does your loved one recognize faces better than they remember names? Are physical challenges like hand tremors a factor? And are scam calls a major source of worry for you? If you're nodding your head yes to these, well, this phone was literally designed to solve those exact problems. You know, in the end, it's easy to look at the price and see it as just another expense. But maybe it's better to think of it as an investment in your loved one's safety and their ability to stay connected, for sure. But just as importantly, it's an investment in your own sanity and peace of mind as a caregiver. And really, what is that worth?